pressure. I can understand, you know, position 5 trying to buy boots speed straight away so you don't have to buy it later. But I don't think it works here against the Mirana. You're going to get harassed against the Mars. So I don't think you're going to have that much pressure. Mirana, let's see poyoyo if he can snipe the courier. Seems like he can. Yeah, those tangos.
Radiant's
bye-bye.
courier has been killed.
Yeah, there goes the courier, and his 3 tangos getting stopped. Like you said, we've seen Brews without regen struggle, where they try to use that through the Cinder Brew, have that get ignited by the troll. They're trying to do what they can to make that a very aggressive lane, but sometimes it just, you run out of regen and it feels like you can't do much more. And now with those tangos being slowed down, it's definitely going to be a bit of an issue, having 1 to his name. This mid Venomancer, I've seen it off lane more so than not. I'm a little surprised here up mid, but do you like this matchup against the Death Prophet?
Maybe in the previous patch when Poison Sting reduced the healing, I don't think you get that much value of mid Venomancer. Maybe EHOME wanted to try something different to change things a bit. This is the first mid Venomancer that I've seen in a very long time. So he puts 2 points in the Plague Wards now, bottom lane.
A
lot of harassment, yeah.
It's no small
It's
thing
definitely a combo that really does hurt. Nothing to break it just yet, so you know, you're going to be constantly eating that Cinder Brew with it getting ignited by AhJit.
Oh, arrow missed.
We've seen poyoyo on this hero before, and he's been quite strong with it. This lane does get harder with the more levels you get with that Cinder Brew, as well as just having the aggression needing to be that.
The lane becomes easier for Mirana and Mars. There's a ton of kill potential. You get a spear into arrow, strong combo. Like Brewmaster, I think he's stronger first like 2-3 levels, then he starts to fall off and waiting for that level 6 to kick in.
And this Bristle in the safe lane saying you're disappointed in Black, not believing it. But we have seen it do early and not win, and we've seen it do well and fall apart at the end. So we haven't really been given much in terms of the pro games we see here to really have confidence in that pick, right? So what gave you the confidence in the Bristleback to think that we're going to take it?
Their damage is pretty static, which is always good to have. You know, just Bristleback loves to play in this type of damage. Pretty much the only thing he cares about is Spirit Vessel carriers, Sunray.
They're really going for Old 11. Thunderclap used, Old 11 being chased, stun hits. It's a short range arrow though. Getting away with a lot more harassment than I thought they might.
Running low on mana on a Brewmaster, has 1 mango to work with.
For a second, looked like he might be in trouble. Spike Carapace not.
Fake hype, nothing happening. Back to the bottom lane to see the action on the bottom. Arrow misses, 11 in trouble.
But xNova trying to get in front of him to body block. poyoyo is doing some body blocks on the AhJit. Those splits have been enough, and it was to keep Old 11 alive. Just barely. So poyoyo gets in front of the troll. That split second, that 1 more right click, that would have taken out Old 11. Safe by his Mirana. But again,
there's the ignite again. This should be the first blood.
Old 11 getting run down here. AhJit gets the kill. Look for the Star Storm and a trade. We'll find it. So xNova ends up dead. Still has leaps available. poyoyo needs to run, but turns and fights. Ooh, holding those leaps for a long time.
Damage you get from ignite and the whirling axis is just too good. AhJit on the bottom lane, no mana for the arrow. Wow, poyoyo with the suicide.
Yeah, ends up going down, but
Next time.
it doesn't even need to refill the Death Prophet's bottle. Like, it's not a suicide that gains them a full bottle over mid.
I can understand if he like canceled the salve and then died, then it's okay since you had no mana, no HP. Now if xNova will pick up bounties.
Top lane, Erica getting low, chased and burning. Ends up dead to Fade. Now they'll turn on DY, 2-man stun. DY gets the salvo, but that's stopped. Not immediately, so he does have some life to work with. We're trying to slow him down. Chalice continuing to move forward. Fly looking like he's dead as well, and Chalice will claim his life. Here comes the rotation from Ori. That quick form to get one, the TP out from the other. So a rotation in from the Death Prophet just to get one kill.
Death Prophet needs to go back to mid lane immediately. Venomancer, 3 points in wards with the siege creep unit. There's the TP.
Coming over now, level 6. Erica though dying in that top lane, and there's the bot refill from DY. So he does die. He does refill the bottle for the Death Prophet. I'm a big fan of when the supports come over to give a helping hand.
It's a Venomancer.
Yeah, it's something that we see happen quite often. Sometimes we see like suicide, just you know, a trade, position 4 or 5 trade their lives for other support, just so that they can refill the bottle on a mid lane. Bottom lane is going better than I expected. Like Troll plus Brewmaster is a strong lane, still Mars. But Troll is level 6, which is a really big difference. Arrow hits
coming in.
nothing.
Doesn't come through, and now the spear under the tower. xNova hit with the Starstorm. PYW focusing his attention onto the Brew. Leap in xNova, one more shot, down he goes.
PYW eats the tree, the vision. That's the courier on top of that. Nice.
But Erica top again. This Phoenix just ripping through that tough outer exterior of the Bristleback. That is
interesting build. I think he might actually just go for it on Phoenix. Straight BKB against the Nyx Assassin, against like Mars, Death Prophet, Silence. It's a possibility, you know, to be able, because Nyx Assassin will use Carapace on your Sunray to stop it straight away.
Right into the BKB. I mean, it's wise, but we've just it's not. Death Prophet, obviously Exorcism immediately.
Arrow,
double stun coming in from DY.
Now that's a big rotation for Vici Gaming. Fade still has a dive, so I don't think you're getting this one. Beastmaster with the roar available.
Like wanting to fight into it. Sunray now with Primal Roar.
He gets the kill.
The Exorcism. He's dead.
Team, help me out. Oh, he gets the triple. What is going on? Wow. Okay, I want to see this. I want to see this in slow motion. What Chalice
and he tries neutral. What did I just witness?
Wait, what's going on in this game? Chalice with the tip back. Interesting, I gotta say.
In all chat, haha, very much uncharacteristic of anything you see in the region in the all chats, but they just
I didn't even see how Death Prophet. I did like Ancient's killer or what?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, she's safe. Gotta check the bottom lane. What's happening?
Listen, I'm not Dota anymore. That whole sequence of events was a different game, please. DY. Invis spotting AhJit, trying to get the stun as well as the arrow. It will connect. Just don't think they have the damage to kill the troll regardless.
Taking some pressure off Bristleback feels nice, so they're just playing the bottom lane for now. Bristleback meanwhile stacking the camps.
So here's
in the jungle
fight again.
Okay, so Arrow will hit Venomancer.
Double stun from DY. Both XM and xNova die. Fade playing in this school of Ghostfish, and
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know why he stood there and came back. He's just dead. And
okay, I understand that. Chalice is like, yeah, I'm going in. Arrow hits the summon, the necro unit. I guess he thought the tanked by Necro Warrior. We didn't see the best part. We didn't see the best part. It was too embarrassing. Production is like, yeah, we're not showing that.
I'll save you guys. Moonlight Shadow used by Vici. Are starting to invade the triangle, looking for XN. They've got a bunch here. Boar spotting Erica on the high ground is DY. They'll take the bounty. They'll bottle it up for Ori. Now Vici are up 2K with Ori leading the way.
Ori got so much. Unfortunately, died in the end to the neutrals. But yeah, okay. So they are playing with the catapult on the mid lane. Exorcism popped. Let's see the rotation from EHOME.
See if they learned their lesson about fighting in Exorcism. TY as well as Old 11 are here to try and defend. Erica joins up, so 4 heroes mid. Stun comes down. There's the arena as well as the spear that got the stun from the Beastmaster. Arrow actually misses. Doesn't matter, Chalice still dead. Taking a lot of damage. AhJit coming over. They have the supernova on the back lines, but Vici have disengaged far enough away where it doesn't stun them.
Oh, nice stun from Nyx.
Onto the Brewmaster as well as the Troll. So AhJit and xNova both get hit. Icarus dive in. xNova gets the kill on DY. They look over at Old 11 trying to burn him out with the spirits. They're burning, they're hurting, and not doing enough, but it's the poison sting in the end that gets the kill. They'll find Erica. The arrow flies in. It doesn't land on anybody on EHOME. AhJit pops the battle trance, and Erica ends up dead. They'll go with the primal straight. In on it. The stun. Poison Nova. Misses AhJit. PYW still trying to chase, but the Troll's far enough away, and Mirana gets cycloned. Stun up onto Ori once again. Spirit's not landing. They're still trying to chase. xNova in his face. He's dead. On him, burning him out, taking away the Death Prophet. Arrow, it lands. He's an archer, gets the kill, Vendetta shot at the end. DY takes him out.
And now Roar and Mars. Mars just respawned and it's dead again.
In by himself, he gets hit with the Primal Roar. Everybody's coming back. One by one, we're all
10 heroes mid, let's go.
He's trying to do as much as he can, and
PYW's dead.
PYW's gone.
There's too much overtime damage from EHOME. Like you have the board show, everything from Venomancer, Ignite, Phoenix. There's also full Spirit Vessel now complete on Venomancer. That's gonna be tough to fight into. What's Bristleback going for? Yeah, could Eternal Shroud, but this is kind of a standard build on the Bristleback these days. But yeah, I want to see some more levels on him, a bit more stacks being made. Funny game to watch for sure.
It's fighting mid, it's a party. I'm so down for it though. 21 kills in 12 minutes. Take that any day. Battle Fury being built for the Troll. Sitting 4th on the net worth. He's actually quite behind his own Veno, but a little bit behind the Death Prophet and the Bristle. Starting to put some posturing onto the bottom lane. Look for the tier 1 tower. And Erica just finding some space to try and farm himself. Nyx Assassin coming over. Spirit's throwing DY's way, and well, that's the spike characters. We'll see if DY goes for more. It doesn't look like it.
Shadows take us.
Mirana ulti, let's see if they can find anything. There's the backstab. There's still also tier 1 towers standing with the 70 HP. It's being pinged out. They're like, yeah, we need to go around. Brewmaster splits available. Seconds. Where's the follow-up damage?
Trying to survive the stun.
Arrow snipes him.
xNova, he ends up dead. Venomancer, they look over at Ori. They get the kill. The Primal Roar was used. They'll also take out DY. The chase is on to Old 11. Dominating for AhJit already. And I don't think Old 11 gets out of this one. He'll spear back one, but Icarus dive forward. Fade. Moving in, trying to help get this kill on Old 11. Spirit Vessel, the Spirits, the damage over time is just too much for Old 11.
This is just disgusting. The overtime damage that they have on EHOME. Oh, PYW almost dies to killing a red Necro Warrior.
Guess the gold is worth it.
Late game belongs to EHOME with the Brewmaster Phoenix. I mean, Venomancer as a mid laner doesn't really scale as much, but he's getting a ton of farm. Like Bristleback is not that good of a late game carry, so I'd still prefer, like, you know, Death Prophet over Bristleback in the late game. Thanks. How much damage these two heroes deal, so, you know, still feels EHOME has a much better late game, even though they have a mid Venomancer. Possibility that one of the teams run into Roche Pit. The Death Prophet wants to have level 2 Exorcism before going into the Roche Pit, because the Ghosts double from 8 to 16, which is a pretty big deal.
Both teams looking like they can contest Roche.
Yeah, for sure. Like one fight, turn that possibly into Roche. Roar is available, 4 seconds. Oh.
The timings happens. There's the Primal Roar. It stops the TP. Ward will be caught by himself. Spirit Siphon as well as the Yules. It's enough. Ori surviving, and Chalice on the run, but now that
he's so dead. Like, there's too much slow.
If there was any help, if it was a 2-1 that somebody could get to, that would have worked. Spirit Vessel. Also, the Primal Split was used. Moonlight Shadow. They need to keep the vision on to Erica. They've got the damage over time. Spirit Vessel trying to TP out, and he's gone.
He tried to dispel it, but it's non-dispellable. Still have to try. No. Maybe something has changed. It's not written in the change.
Could get
you know, just see what happens.
Maybe it's not accidentally interact with each other.
Always a possibility.
So only a 1k lead right now for EHOME, but Troll, when he gets to that battle victory we just picked up, take a stack, start building up that net worth, and make a charge towards the top.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Valkyrie here is the correct choice, I would say, where you want to be able to scale, you feel that your tower defense is strong, you can still fight with the team because you have a good front line, a lot of things that they can't do. Focus next to Warriors.
They've got the Supernova right on him. He can't even run away.
They just left and they understand, you know, there's too much overtime damage.
Radiant are scanning.
Die anyway. Radiant using a scan, so nice read from AhJit. Not sure who used it, but he instantly goes back.
I mean, that kill on Brewmaster, it looks like they're just playing with their food. Comes in, but I don't believe it hit xNova. Now they've got the Primal Roar. Oh, stun. He sees xNova. He's moving around. He's juking. He's jiving. He's getting away. He's not done just yet. And the Sunray on the old 11. Fade has the damage. DUI with the TP. The damage isn't enough to kill him before he gets away, though.
Oh, this game feels like it's falling apart for Vici Gaming. Birstleback, this is his 4th death already. I don't even know how you itemize. Like, you need a Lotus Orb, something that you kind of don't want to buy early on, but you definitely need one, especially as a carry Birstleback. So you want to invest into items that will allow you to scale. He's getting that Heaven's Halberd, great against the Troll. Some spell lifesteal amp, didn't get into Eternal Shroud yet, but definitely needed to spell clear into Mist Stun, but you know, they still get that kill.
There was a smoke for a 5 though. I think EHOME will be happy with that, or well, won't be happy with it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's a 5 position. They're okay if smoke gets used on that gang.
I talked about the Lotus Orb. There's one cute on Nexus Assassin, one on that Prophet. I want to see what the Bristleback will go for.
Albert. Silence connects. They've got the silence and the stun. That's the combo they need to kill off AhJit. And fighting into Exorcism, need to be very careful about how far they want to go. Moonlight Shadow is out as well. Arrow hitting the range creep. PYW will take that. We take those. And brace drop. Halberd finished.
Even Mirana killed the Lotus Orb. You get so much value out of this item, like removing the Gale, removing the Fiery Spirits, Drunken Haze, Whirling Axes, Mischance, pretty much everything. You can also use it on the Primal Roar. Let's see if they decide to possibly get inside the Roche Pit. One pick off with the Beastmaster. Necro 3 is already done, so it's a possibility. xNova is picking it out. Seems like they just want to go in, force a team fight. They know there's no exorcism, so they're like, yeah, we'll just go in. They can't fight us. Too much vision. Like, vision game is extremely strong here from EHOME. You have Venomancer, you have the Hawk, something that I mention quite a lot whenever I see Venomancer, that Team Secret did during the Omega League, was Mirana against the Venomancer. So you kind of have a free smoke with the Moonlight Shadow, bypass those wards, and possibly get a kill. Because it's very hard to approach a gank against the Venomancer.
Is there a certain way that they should go about making that approach, or is it just practically impossible?
With the Moonlight Shadow, they have the tools. I want to see those Lotus Orbs complete 2-3 of those. It's going to be much easier for them to take a fight. Thrall getting, I'm not going to say out of control, but, you know, I don't think they have the real answers for him, especially now that he's holding the Aegis.
Yeah, even if they don't fight, they could use this opportunity to just farm up, especially with the Battle Fury. Could get Troll his next item. They're looking for BKBs on a couple of these heroes for EHOME. And now Vici on the run. And Mescal is on level 11. Look at the damage he's taking. Trying to run, Axe's hit.
No mana on him. He needs to pop the bottle, but the overtime damage just canceling that every region. Oh god.
Is under attack.
50% of the time it lands every time, and
50% of the time works 100% of the time. Exactly.
First hit. We haven't seen a lot of that. First hit bashes, first hit rips. A lot of unlucky players in these games. Getting range creep on the board. Erica thinking about defending. Be careful on this. Still have everything in the hands of EHOME if you want to try going
move
on
speed on Bristleback. Wow.
The Lotus Orb showing its power.
BYW is so farmed. He's almost as farmed as Mars. Which is pretty insane.
Primal Roar coming through on Mars. For no for good measure. And a hold 11 out. AhJit gets the kill, and on the tier 2, they'll take it very quickly.
Dire's middle tower.
And they're still working with this Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Still almost full 3 minutes on that Aegis. Ori finishing that Lotus Orb, the second one, working towards the Boots of Travel.
Trust me, I know how to handle such power.
It seems like a very tough game for Vici. They do spot Beastmaster, they've got the break and the stun, the arrow flies in, xNova just becoming a target.
Surprised Mirana didn't go for Beastmaster there. There was a setup with the Yule Scepter. Or he kind of backed off after using everything. After using the Yule Scepter, he's like, yeah, he's just gonna TP out, didn't trust his teammates.
Especially using that exorcism, wanting to make something of it. So those exorcisms that we see not getting objectives that feel very ineffective, and there's that big gap of time until
it's
they're able to make
exorcism
something go.
with Arcane Rune, so you're fine with that. You know, just getting the kill. We'll have it again in a minute. Phoenix, BKB done. First item BKB, something we usually don't see, but playing into Nyx Assassin, Silence from the Dead Prophet, it just feels good. He wants to be able to pop a BKB and use the Sunray.
He's actually going Shard afterwards.
Shard was so broken when it first came out, like just unlimited spirits. Now it has a 7-second replenish time. I haven't seen it since, so I want to see how strong of a shard it is in this type of a game.
We'll see what BKB. Spirits out. Tier 1 bottom goes down. So EHOME just continuing to step up, and well, they've maintained the lead for about 10 minutes right
middle tower is under attack.
No real egg hitters on Vici game. You have pretty much Mirana, and I don't think she wants to leap into team fight and just hit the egg. So Fade, if egg is placed well, it should pop off.
It's been very easy for Fade to get these eggs off. I don't think one's been destroyed just yet. And it's definitely made Fade feel very confident in her egg option. Mirana doesn't want to leap in there, so it doesn't look like the egg's ever going to go and get destroyed.
Illusion.
Unless it's on all 5 heroes and they have to focus it.
xNova bought the gem for Venomancer, so it's easy for them to get rid of the wards. You have a gem, you have Necro Warriors. Just going to be very hard for Vici Gaming to maintain vision on the map.
Yeah, it was the vision game you were talking about. How you really liked what EHOME had in terms of vision, and now that they're stripping it away from Vici as well, they have an overwhelming amount of vision advantage.
I love that earlier gem pickup because you're playing into Mirana ulti, something that you do not want to get surprised with.
Erica's spotted and now Swords on the run. Sunray, Primal Roar, Moonlight Shadow. And then, well, Supernova's in a decent spot. You need to stop them from hitting it. But Supernova goes off. XM gets the kill. They'll find one. They'll look for a second. Hold 11 onto the stairs. But is it far enough away from this EHOME team? The damage over time. The slows. He just can't get away in his own base.
It's impossible to move.
Here it is. Come from behind. The reinforcements are in. Exorcism used. Sunray there. Crypt Swarm finishes off AhJit. 2 heroes down to the side of EHOME. They're looking for more.
This hell, get that dot. Oh, that's a very nice gem. They need to pick it up. EHOME diving. I think they just lost like 5,000 gold from this fight.
Yeah. They completely just got bamboozled by the rest of Vici coming in behind them.
Used pretty much everything on the Bristleback. Bristleback just struggles. You know, they send Necro Warriors on you. You have uncontrollable damage coming out of your acid. You're gonna kill those Necro units and will eventually die to the damage, Spirit Vessel, percentage-based damage coming up from the Sunray. It's a tough Bristleback game. He was so close to that BKB, could change things a bit, but Ori doing some heavy lifting this game on the Death Prophet. Just hit level 20, working towards the BKB.
Yeah, and you could just see that Vici, once they show up behind them, EHOME have recognized that, well, they're in too far.
I've seen this more often lately, where Death Prophets, instead of getting the HP talent on level 20, get the -3 second Crypt Swarm talent, which should go 2 seconds. It's a lot of mana consumed, and cast animation of the Crypt Swarm got buffed in the previous patch, so that could be the reason.
So, now the game's even. Has this fight given Vici now just the opportunity they need to come, like, over this game? Because you said earlier that it looked like late game was all EHOMEs, but if they've itemized correctly on Vici, or have they itemized correctly on Vici to really
I love those Lotus Orb pickups. Next Assassin does not want to go for the third one. They already have 2. Just wants to be able to have some sort of initiation, follow up, decides to go for a Blink Dagger. Mars also finishing Pipe, something that we don't see that often. It got nerfed, like all these tanky items, Greaves, Pipe, Crimson Guard got nerfed. You're investing so much gold, like into teamfight items. It's a 1,500 gold of a recipe, something that Dota players don't like to buy. Here against the Venomancer, you know, Phoenix, I can understand that, but I want next item, but it's just gonna be a BKB. Lotus Sword just feels that it's the best item in this game for Vici Gaming.
Everybody getting a Lotus Orb. Check under your seat. You might find one, because everybody. So, pressure for the Phoenix we've seen when it comes in duos or pairs. It seems to be quite strong.
Stronger than one for sure.
Yeah, especially when they can't kill the egg. It is not been broken yet, and it's
bottom tower
30 minutes into the game, and it's only getting stronger. If you place one perfectly, great. You get a second one off in the fight, deeper in, even better. That could be very, very problematic for Vici, and now also Venomancer Silver Edge.
Break mechanic against Mars, against Bristleback. Venomancer is the hero that can pretty much build any item and is always going to feel good. Not a big fan of that Hand of Midas, but it is what it is. Nice jump on a Phoenix with the follow-up, arrowheads.
They've got the silence on the Beastmaster, so they're now moved forward, and the buyback used by the Phoenix trying to TP into this one, but they go for the Beastmaster with BKB pop out and they've got the Sunray on a bunch of these heroes. They'll use the battle trans break quick spin away onto this Death Prophet, and now the Supernova's placed in a very decent spot. But Vici, they need to decide whether or not they can go after it. They get the kill on AhJit, they'll have to lose the control.
Exorcism still running.
Yeah, Exorcism still going. That means xNova is gone. They're going to chase for the rest. Fade bought back. Icarus dive away. XM trying to slow these heroes down. Ooh, Venomous Scale ends up missing. They've got the Euros onto the Venomancer. They put him up into the air. The force staff to the low ground. PYW trying to line up an arrow, leading him.
How did that miss?
Ori, who ends up helping PYW to get the kill. He spotted the arrow, backs off, but by backing off, he's just back into hands of Vici.
I just like the way Vici Gaming itemizes. They understand what their win condition is. It's that profit ulti. So Bristleback going for AC, reducing their armor. I see Mirana going for a Solar Crest. She almost has Mirana is so farmed right now, and that gem that they stole, a lot of value from that. Now they're inside the Roche pit with the Bristleback. It's enough damage. Let's see if they go for some sneaky play. Beastmaster Blink is ready, wants to be able to snatch it. Venom also using the courier.
Ooh, we got the big that ends up missing. Chalice goes in, he's going to be stunned up by DY. Silence as well. They've got the arena down. He's out of the
Courier dies.
Snatched by Erica. Roche
and the cheese as well.
And they've got the cheese. Ooh, EHOME almost coming away. Bandit.
Oh, but it's falling apart for EHOME right now.
Chalice into the tree.
There's no way he's getting out of this one.
Ton hits from DY. No vision on it, but he still gets the kill and the lockdown.
They tried to go for a sneaky play, blink in with a Beastmaster, possibly steal the Aegis. Venomancer was also using a courier. You can pick up the cheese with it. Didn't happen. Courier died, so that's some even extra gold for Vici Gaming. A dead profit, building towards Shields. I think the correct plan is, because they don't have any saving abilities, if they get a good jump on a dead profit, let's say with the Beastmaster Roar, they win a team fight before she can get the exorcism off.
These Lotus Orbs are so deadly.
Radiant's top tower
You know,
is
not
under attack.
only is it the dispels, but everybody's got a Lotus Orb on them, and Beastmaster's just like, who do I roar? It's just gonna get bounced back at me. Everybody's got this glowing red orb, and I don't know who to go at.
Maybe it's better if I don't use it at all. They found Brawl.
BKB gets the battle trend. Here comes Chalice.
Lotus Orb.
Lotus Orb, final roll, bounce back, and get to smell your own breath, and it's not smelling too good. AhJit, he goes down. Chalice looking like he's next. A little bit angry, he put that coffee burst in their face, and well, they'll take his life for it.
Ori is just playing insanely good this game. Great itemization, great reactions with that Lotus Orb, exorcism popping straight away when it's needed, taking a team fight after that. So there is a third Lotus Orb coming out on Mars to be able to get rid of that. Spirit Vessel, Fiery Spirit, Mischance, you name it. Man, Venomancer falling off so quickly right now. He doesn't feel as a core. Yes, you have a BKB, you have a Force Staff, but your damage in the team fights is still pretty limited.
Bottom tower has fallen.
On top of that, the game is just bottomed out for EHOME. Like, they had this great timing. It looked like it was going well, but the itemization from Vici just stopped in its tracks.
And the way they're itemizing, PYW, he wants to be able to scale. He understands, you know, if this game goes on for another 20-25 minutes, I want to become a core. And I still gonna deal damage with the Solar Crest, used aggressively on the enemies. It's just so much like concept of how to win a game that Vici Gaming understands. Like where the damage is coming from, it's that profit ulti, get the armor, get the Lotus Orb to counter the enemy team.
3 Lotus Orbs, Vici. I think they were working on a 4th, yeah.
Nyx Assassin also getting one. That's why I said, you know, Bristle, it looks like a really good Lotus game for him, but it's something you do not want to buy as a core Bristle. Aegis still up and running, minute and 30 seconds. They also have available for Dead Prophet. She's getting closer to level 25.
Sentry down, but ward hits DY, so he knows they've got vision on him. So we just work with Erica, DY moving forward, DY trying to spot somebody maybe lingering behind. Venomancer going for that Ags, while Bissell's being built for the Bristleback, the Bristle. And yeah, so 10,000 net worth lead for Vici, and the shift in the game, that fight over bottom, it changed the momentum.
Yes,
completely.
when they placed Mars near the tier 3 tower while Exorcism is running, just completely ignoring that Prophet arrow.
Arrow and the stun of the Suns. There's nothing.
No buyback of Phoenix. He used it already.
Exorcism committed, and that should push EHOME away. The question is, does it keep going, and do they go for this tier 3 top? Are they looking for an objective? Erica's leading the way. It looks like that's what they want.
Creep wave is on the mid lane, so this is where they should connect.
On the high ground they go, looking for the tier 3 mid. 50 seconds until they've got the Phoenix. Long time until fades up.
Everyone just has a Lotus Orb on them.
The orange globe game, or reddish globe game. Getting ready for Valentine's, that's what it is. You know? Suiting that pink, red, the hearts, everything.
It makes complete sense to me, B-Cup.
Fine, but it's okay, I'll take it. Didn't make sense to me. Erica still just continuing to farm away. And, I mean, he's got the AC, he's got the Basher, like we said, working on the Abyssal. We've seen Bristles with this item build before, really just putting the hurt on.
Vici Gaming is just choking EHOME right now. They cannot get outside of the map and get any farm.
He wanted it, he blinked in, he thought about it, getting that arena down, fighting into this, but do have Death Prophet kind of far away from the fight if they were to initiate at that point. I thought Troll was going to take over so much more. It looked like AhJit got a good Battle Fury timing, was farming up really well, sat top the net worth, and then he gets caught a couple times, and his game got slowed down pretty immensely.
There's no real save in this game. There's like a force staff, possible, but if he pops that ulti, starts chasing them, especially into that Prophet ulti, he just melts. Like, you don't really feel, and it's easy for Nyx Assassin to stun him, being close to anyone, stun him off a cleave, break him with Vendetta. So Venomancer not going for the Silver Edge, wants to get Aghanim Scepter instead.
He's got the gold for it, but Dire are all by that secret.
I like how Tooltip on Aghanim Scepter on Venomancer just says decreases damage and decreases by how much.
With the arena and the Lotus Orb, Phoenix is back in front of the roar once again. BKB pop around the limit, go for the Mars. They've got the death to take out over 11. He's the arena, but he's going to end up dead first. BKB runs out. It has the Spirit Sight on a couple of these heroes. 4 heroes running away as they hit the arrow on it. So as well as on the big one of those Beast, or the Brewmaster. Had the Primal Split to throw, but didn't use it. He does have buyback.
So Ori is 25 plus 8 Exorcism Spirits. That's gonna hurt. Like those ghosts flying around. She even finds the Timeless Relic. Seems she decides to keep it. Like spell damage is good. The debuff duration, like not the great on the Dead Prophet, but yeah, we'll see. So far, holding it. I don't think there's a better item she can hold. And Bristleback, he finds Flicker. Like that, this is the best possible item he can find in this situation. Like the spell mechanic is just so good.
Guess I don't need a Lotus Orb after all. That's what he needs. Just took 35 full swings. Slowed up for a second, but Solar Crest, Flicker being good to him so far, putting him in a good position. We've seen some Flickers be working as a secret agent.
Yeah, you need to know how to use a Flicker to jump in front. I don't know, there is a way. I'm just making stuff up. Probably someone thought, man, I wish I knew that. It's just the RNG, but sometimes you're blessed by Gaben. Sometimes Gaben says, yeah, you're just gonna lose the game because you flickered the wrong direction.
Gaben passing. Finally a Primal Roar that hits onto Erica. They've got the damage going to the Bristleback.
Flicker back.
Flicker in the wrong spot. The RNG was there before, but now it's no longer. Supernova off. They're trying to catch this Bristleback. The BKB runs out. They've got the Spirit Vessel on him.
Oh, again.
Oh, God.
Okay, it's time to replace the Flicker. Let's see if we can find a better tier 4 item for Bristleback.
Secret agent Flicker. Oh my god. Working for EHOME. 2 straight jumps back towards EHOME.
Funny to watch when we just talked about it. Like, it should be, you know, at least 50-50. Like, once you jump backwards, once you jump in front.
So always towards your base?
Nah, that would be broken. That would be broken for sure.
Well, then you can never
do defend. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't use it too defensively. Nice reaction from XM.
It gets the BKB off, but they still have PYW here, and XM staying so far, but PYW gets spotted, and now Old 11 trying to run.
Roar was 1 second away from being ready. Mirana, see the jukes.
Yeah.
Too hard to kill.
Go to catch him. Roche, soon. Couple seconds, and he will rise from the ashes, which is usually something a Phoenix does, but Roche has that ability too. Ag's Blessing is the 3rd item on Roche. We'll see who ends up getting it. We said both these teams can contest this Roche, so we'll see. Vici, they go for the smoke. They send the courier in. There is a Hawk with vision over there.
There's so many good Axe carriers on Vici Gaming side. Like Bristle. Mars is also decent. I think that one has potential. You do not want to spend 4,000 gold, but if you get it free, it looks good. Dead Prophet, for sure.
Now, what's the trick behind the Axe? Mars, you like double click it really quickly?
Yeah. Keep toggling it on and off.
Okay. Yeah, I've never used that yet. Haven't had that opportunity to test.
For some reason, it works on buildings as well. I mean, it's a lot of gold investment.
Quite a bit. And might have a chance to get it for free here if he's the one they so choose. You said a lot of heroes on Vici would like it. Brewmaster for EHOME would love it. That
sure,
would
like
be...
Beastmaster is not the greatest Venomancer already. Has his.
Spear in the silence that comes out from the Brewmaster. They get the kill on xNova. He's got body. Around the Hornets. Eric backing off. Xenova goes off. And now they've got Mars just banking everything. Side looking for the Supernova. It's on the high ground. They're going to AhJit. The lineup was able to look, and the buyback's going to be for the short order. They're doing the Nyx assassin. They've got the probably dodging the sun in the air onto the dead prophet. They get the kill onto Ori. They look for DY. He's getting low, slowed up immensely, and killed off. Ooh, Bristleback as well as this Mirana still running. Erica's been caught. She's gone too. Triple kill for Chalice. 4 heroes gone on Vici.
That's a big third. Exactly. They used 2 buybacks, 1 on AhJit, 1 on xNova. We'll get the Cheese Ages and accents from that. That Prophet did not have the ult there.
Phoenix, very big. Goes to the Supernova early in this fight with the lightning sun just right in the arena. BKB is all over the place. The Supernova is going to go off. And it stuns up Mars, who is soaking a lot of that damage. You see Death Prophet trying to get things done. They get the stun finally onto the troll. They'll get the kill, and he's forced to buy back immediately. So that was a good second Supernova coming out. It's just so disgusting when you have that double edge.
Very hard to fight into, especially since there's Supernova coming out from the egg. Level 20 talent arrow. Misses.
They gave the Ags to the Phoenix. Fade has.
I think it's the best choice. Like, Troll doesn't have too many things to dispel. Beastmaster, Ags just feels a bit underwhelming, and you want to have it on the core. Venomancer already has his, so this is a 2 set of barracks. Still feel they could potentially come back into this game. It's a 5k gold lead for EHOME right now, but need to be very careful about how they approach the next fight. They lose a fight, no buybacks, game just ends.
Yeah, it feels like the game is open for business for either team. It's not one way or the other, even though Vici had that big lead. They find the stun on XM. UI. Mules. Alright, so they slow up XM for a moment. Nothing big. Old 11 thinking about going in as well. These Plague Lords are such a nuisance.
It's so hard to fight into, just the continuous slow. Like, look at Mars moving at 276 move speed.
got level 26, so the Venomancer has 2.6 Plague Ward HP and damage. They're horrible together.
Has 8,000 gold in the bank. Wants to go for the Octarine core. Maybe a Hex would have been a better choice.
Buys
Just
out
that
on it.
down. Doesn't even use the Octarine core. He's like, maybe I need cheese instead. I would definitely replace the 4-staff with the Octarine core.
Yeah, I agree. Or he just can't gives the cheese
Or
over
that works.
Troll. I think that as long as he could stay alive. We'll take this outpost. We're closing in on 50 minutes here. AC picked up by the Beastmaster. Aeon disc for the Brew, who's been blown up multiple times, and that's what forced the buyback in the previous fight. And now that you've got this Aeon disc, it almost feels impossible to stop him from getting that split. They're smoked up, as well as the Moonlight Shadow. xNova, he's pinging it out. He might have spotted that. UIW holding the high ground. The rest of the team is coming around. They've got the stun on AhJit. Down the one, Silence coming around the back. He's going to be Ori. He's got the Lotus Sword. There's the edge. Save zone. But is he going to get off? Right to the start.
It's not enough.
Supernova going up to get the kill on the PYW. They were over there, so it's BKB. And she's just running for Ori. Blinking from DY as well as the stun thrown, but that's not going to land on anybody. They've got the Silence on a Bolt the Troll as well as the Venomancer is now. Here's the Arena. Spear coming through on the Beastmaster. Phoenix comes in.
Good
But here comes the Mirana. Is it gonna pop? No! Is it gonna get off? There's a down Beastmaster, Phoenix. They're both out of here.
This is their chance.
Right back. They've got the BKB by the Troll. Check out the Ages. Erica doing a lot of damage here. Focus his attention on X. And xNova, he's still trying to stand tall, trying to help out as best he can.
Oh, another good stun.
On that AhJit, it's the stun coming through from TY that just helped out so much to take out the Troll. Poison Nova use Flicker not helping Erica, taking him away from xN, who's trying to CP, but there's the Yules into the air and the kill out of the Venomancer. They end up losing PYW, but 3 heroes, I believe 4 heroes
Oh man,
died for
Troll.
EHOME.
I felt like Troll didn't do any damage in that fight. Like, he had Satanic ready, he still had the cheese. I believe Minotaur Horn was also available. One good save from Phoenix. The second one was, you know, so kind of killed his teammate there, but it's a risky play that you want to go for it. We see something similar in the previous game with the Batrider, you know, just going for that shard upgrade, saving his teammates.
It had to be done though. You have to take that risk, and sometimes you get nervous about holding it, but there was most likely no reason to be nervous. For the most part, that's the first egg that's been blown up. You have that confidence that every time I use Supernova, it goes off. Even Mirana right there, right on the Phoenix, it doesn't go and get cracked the first time. It's the second time where Mirana commits and there's nobody else to help, you know, stop Mirana from taking that egg with the Mars.
That's pretty much their only egg hitter. AC helps quite a bit, but still very hard because there's also Aghanim Scepter upgrade on a Phoenix.
Look at... Oh, dude, it was just a split second away. Play. Just
so close.
Sliver. It's game changing. I mean, that's how close it can be. I would say inches, but you're not measuring like that. I guess
Erica just practicing Flicker, you know, trying to understand how the item works.
Getting the bad ones out.
Yeah, just blinking towards the enemy base. When he needs it defensively, blink towards his.
Standing at the tier 3 of the Radiant side, flickering in between the tier 4s. It happens.
So there's a Wind Waker being built by the Death Prophet, Arcane Rune in the bottle. She has buyback available, so I don't think you want to fully commit. Next, Roche.
Roche
could respawn in 2 minutes.
Yep. We'll see if it's a short or a long one. Could be 2 minutes from now. Could be about 4.5 minutes from now. And then we're on the 50-minute mark. This is the point in the game where you start thinking about tier 5s. I know they're 10 minutes away, but at this point, we've seen so many games kind of stagnate.
Oh yeah, Birstleback has been thinking about tier 5 items for a very long time after those 2 bad flickers.
Give me something else, please.
Look at his move speed, 100 move speed. He's not moving. Flicker, back to normal move speed. I'm just kidding. You get a ton of value against this type of a lineup.
It's toss up though. When you want to leave and, you know, Flicker I feel like is that meme. Mom, can I get Blink Dagger?
We got a Blink Dagger at home, yeah.
Dagger. Primal Roar used and a 3-man stun coming in from DY. Who over there going to be and the Moonlight Shadow to hide under. They're trying to run. Exorcism pop. They've got the right clicks onto the next assassin. They get the kill on a 1. He's got 5 back, dead for 100 seconds. We'll see if he uses it. Immediately does it. TP's over to the outpost. Erica being slowed down. Flicker again. Doesn't get into the low ground. Venomous Scale hits. He doesn't have the flicker to spell that right now. So he is slowed down.
3 arrows. Doesn't hit anything.
Flicker again available. Lotus Sword. BKB. Pop by XM. Moving forward. Cinder Brew from Erica on the exit. As well as the arena coming down in the spear.
Another good egg.
Bounce on the side. Egg over in onto the left of the arena. They get the corner XM. He's there for 100 seconds. 2-5 back. They do so early in the fight. Refresher. Got the stun from DY coming out once again. That's going to hit the troll as well as the Brewmasters are continuing to chase. Looking over at xNova. They're throwing them up. Look at this. His nasal goo. He thinks about going in the supernova again. They're
gotta go for the egg.
Vici. They can't get the egg. They slow down on 11. He turns once more. The sign of from the best profit on control. And arrow gets him. DY has been on it with these stuns. He constantly hits multiple heroes and they take out AhJit. He's got by that. So does xNova. They look over at XM. They'll get the kill on the Venomancer. They'll take him out for the second time. Gone for 2 minutes. EHOME, all these options, but they're just not working out. Vici unscathed throughout the entire fight.
And because that Prophet used ulti with that Arcane Rune, now she has it available once again. Like these goats, they just melt them. And the Timeless Relic, spell damage that works on Ghost is just so good. Let's see the Roche respawn timer. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. 7,000 gold in the bank for that Prophet. We're also approaching some level 30s slowly.
Getting there. It's a fight like that, though. Watch it again. Early BKB from XM. Abyssal Blade on the end of it. Arena, Poison, Nova. Supernova's a little bit to the left. Maybe would have been better closer to the fight, but it's hard to risk. Maybe he's feeling a little bit unsure. But look, watch DY. Focus your attention if you're watching from home, how many stuns he's hit.
They've been on point. This Mirana, she deals ton of damage. Manta style, MKB.
Here comes DY, staying away from the Supernova. Blink, 2-man stun, in on it, and then the arrow on the xNova. Wow.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just the supports from Vici.
Thomas middle tower.
They go for the 2-4 push. They want it all. Internet buyback available on XM. They're going to blink forward. They've got the stun from the Spike Carapace coming in on the 2 heroes. Exorcism is used. Like you said, short cooldown. A 2-man stun from
again.
Onto the Brew and the Beastmaster. Both men getting strung up in the air. Arena down.
Dash is a dead Prophet.
They're probably in trouble. There's the goals in the air. Trying to survive. Anger is not close to Supernova, but it's not in the right spot this time. He's tried so hard, but he's gotten oh so far, and EHOME dropped like flies.
That's game. That's game, Vici. They're disconnecting.
Wow. Just like that, they have 2 straight fights just come back, and EHOME end up losing. I mean, it looked like it was EHOME's game to take. They were going on to the top tier 3 as well as the set of racks.